Rather lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. We're going to be diving into the latest around Arsenal, the transfer market. It's a huge week for us in terms of incomings and also in terms of outgoings, because all our incomings are going to be depending on how much we can sell in this week and also in the coming one. We're going to be talking about Tielemans. According to Leicester City, they have not received any concrete proposals or even offers for Tielemans. Edu says that we do not want to sign Lucas Paqueta at the moment. Two more names have been added to the list of a mystery winger, Zaha and Sunday Olise, but Bowen looks like the quicker option. We'll talk about Leno, who is very close to joining Fulham, and the Marseille president is in the UK, is in London, but apparently not to sign William Saliba. Calm down. It is not Saliba to Marseille. The Marseille president is in London, is in the UK, because Marseille have had their training sessions there. So calm down. There is nothing for you to be afraid of. Hit the like button for me. Let's get this video to 8 and relax. Subscribe to the podcast as well. We're very close to 56,000 subscribers. And let's get the party started. So let's start off with Tielemans. Now, the CEO of Leicester City has been speaking around his deal, and he said, "Look, at the moment, not really CEO, but chairman of Leicester City, Iwati, has been speaking about Tielemans to Arsenal and Man United, and he said, at the moment, it is nothing. There haven't been any offers right now. There hasn't been any concrete proposition yet." He said that about when he was asked about Manchester United and Arsenal for Tielemans. But for me, the moment he comes out and says there haven't been any concrete offers or propositions for the player, that means the player is for sale, and they're expecting some offers, and I think they're expecting that offer from Arsenal. Yes, it is taking time, it is taking longer than they expected, but they're expecting that offer from Arsenal, and they know it will come. If the player was untouchable, then they would say, Yuri is our player, he is untouchable, and we consider him part of our future. If they never wanted to sell, still they would say, we look at Yuri as one of the future prospects here, at Leicester City, and we're happy with him. But he says, no, at the moment, no offers. It is nothing unless an offer is tabled on their table. So, I mean, that's a confirmation that they will sell. But that is also another confirmation that from what we've had from Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio Romano, that at the moment Arsenal is trying to do harder deals. We're trying to do deals that are a little bit more complicated, deals with a lot of competition, and then we can revisit the Tielemans deal later on. So in my opinion there, I don't think that is an update that worries me. Honestly, it doesn't. Yes, we've not had any concrete offers. Yes, but it is not nothing. When he says it's nothing, I disagree to some extent there. It's not nothing. We are interested in the player. We've agreed personal terms there. And I know Leicester City know what our valuation is. They're just not willing to take a compromise at the moment. We just need to wait a little longer, get some outgoings out of the way. In that midfield, Torreira, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and probably Granit Xhaka. And when they leave, definitely Tielemans an offer, a concrete one that Leicester City feel it is handsome, will actually be coming their way. And also talking about in that position, Edu was speaking to the media, and he said, look, Lucas Paqueta is a player that I personally enjoy watching. He was the best player in the French League and is the best player at the moment in the French League. You could even argue. But there are no conversations for us to sign him and bring him to Arsenal Football Club. I think this one is the last nail in the coffin, because Edu says at the moment Lucas Paqueta, he is appreciated at the club. He is appreciated among the hierarchy. But at the moment we have so many players in that position. I think we're talking about Fabio Vieira and Martin Odegaard, and he says we're not signing Lucas Paqueta anytime now. Now I think when you look at Lucas Paqueta and where he's played predominantly, he's played as a left midfielder, as a right midfielder, and both of those positions in an attacking sense, and also he's played as a number 10. He can't play for you as a number 8, but if you want a number 8, if you're looking for a central midfielder, then Yuri Tielemans would be the better one. So Edu says, and of course he has already said he doesn't sign players that for himself. He doesn't sign players for Mikel Arteta. They're making signings for Arsenal Football Club. So they're looking in the market and trying to find the best and biggest prospects at the moment. So I might not agree him on Lucas Paqueta that we have so many players in that position, as we know that he's one of the very, very versatile players you can ever think about in the world. Very versatile, very strong, can play for you across many positions in the pitch, and allows Arsenal to play in very, very many positions. Sorry, not positions, but formations. He allows us play in that 4-3-3 formation. A double pivot where he can play either on the right or on the left of the midfield as a second number 8. He allows us to play in the double with the double pivot. Him sitting together with Thomas Partey, he can do that. He allows us play false 9 as well. He's very, very quality. And when Odegaard and Fabio Vieira are utilized in other senses, you can play him as a number 10. So I don't think us have many players in the position. I think Yuri Tielemans is just the priority. So Edu says we are not signing Lucas Paqueta. No conversations at the moment. So we cannot lie ourselves. We love him, but there are no conversations to bring him at the Emirates Stadium. Now, I want to also clarify that the president of Olympique Marseille is in London, but not to meet Arsenal and the representatives of William Saliba. He's actually not here to discuss a deal for William Saliba. He's here on other business, right? So according to what some of the sources that I've looked at, Marseille are also in the UK, training in the UK, I think just like Benfica were. So there is nothing connected with the Marseille president coming to the UK and signing William Saliba. It is very, very different. And Roman has already said it. We've told Olympique Marseille we are not selling. We are not even thinking about selling. If any of them feel they want to sign William Saliba, it is not up to them. It is up to it is up to us, and we've already given them our stance. We are not selling unless the player decides that it's going to be a contract rebel, which at the moment doesn't seem very, very likely. Now, another 2 names have been added on the list of a mystery winger, and that is Wilfred Zaha and Sunday Olise, both of them playing at Crystal Palace. Now, Sunday Olise is one interesting one, very young. I love him. I love the energy about him. And if you brought him into Arsenal, I think that there could be that kind of similarity, him joining into this kind of, Martinelli, Saka, that young group of forwards. But Wilfred Zaha is one I'll actually non-tech. Talk to me about Wilfred Zaha. Is he one you tech? Is he one you'd even consider bringing to Arsenal? Now, he's one that has been linked with Arsenal every summer. Every summer he's been linked with Arsenal. And up to now, I'm not really sure whether Wilfred Zaha will ever play for Arsenal. I think his ultimate chance to play for Arsenal, I think he had 2 chances to play for Arsenal. One, when he joined Manchester United instead of us. Arsene Wenger was crazy about him. That was when Crystal Palace were promoted from relegation, I think, from the championship, not from relegation, but from the championship. He decided to join Man United then rather than Arsenal. And then when he went back to Crystal Palace, reinvented his form, reinvented his career. Again, Unai Emery wanted to sign him, but Arsenal decided they would sign Nicola Pepe for the manager rather than Wilfred Zaha. I think those are the 2 peak moments that he had to sign for Arsenal. At the moment, I don't see the deal happen. And also, he's now turning 29. Yes, he's got the drive in him. He's unstoppable. He knows the Premier League. But signing a 29-year-old right now at the moment, although we need that kind of experience, I think he's late. I think it's kind of late for us to decide we're going to be signing Wilfred Zaha in the end. So I don't see that one happen. Not really. The one that I would see happening, but has now a difficulty, is the Cody Gakpo deal. Now, according to the Telegraph and sources in the Netherlands, Cody Gakpo at the moment is not for sale. PSV feel they want to use Cody Gakpo in their UCL qualification match against Monaco. That would be in August, both legs. and then they can decide on whether to sell him or no. Now that is risky. That is absolutely risky. So what they're trying to ask Arsenal over here is, we're gonna be giving you some time to do with other deals as we play Cody Gakpo in the UCL qualifiers, right? If we qualify or if we do not qualify, it doesn't matter. We will sell Cody Gakpo to you. Now, this is so risky. One, I mean, by the time they play their UCL, qualifiers, the window is in the dying days, right? And if they qualify for the UEFA Champions League and Arsenal do not have UEFA Champions League, the player could just go, why don't I play another season in the UEFA Champions League? It's a big market. Probably I could even get a better offer than Arsenal's, right? And then also, it is easy for PSV to use this as a trap to buy some time, and they want to keep the player. We understand he's a very important key in their project, very, very key player in their project. So I'm not really surprised if they do not want to sell, but trying to trick us that wait until August. Well, wait until the end of August when we have finished playing in the UEFA Champions League qualifiers. That is a little bit. I'm a little bit skeptical about that. The quicker deal would be Jarrod Bowen. We've already brought the deal back to life. We have talked. We are in talks with the representatives of Jarrod Bowen. Now, this is a deal that is not very easy and very close. West Ham are considering giving the player a new contract as soon as the transfer window shuts down. They want to add him more money and they want to add more years to his contract. Jarrod Bowen knows that West Ham are in Europe as well. They're going to be playing in the UEFA Conference League, a title or a competition that I think they have more chances winning than playing in the Europa League. So Jarrod Bowen, not an easy one for me. This one can be quicker if Arsenal decided to go all out, but it will need some outgoings in Pepe. That is one, and also it will need Arsenal to get an insider to work for us, and that could be Jarrod Bowen or the representatives of Jarrod Bowen trying to push for a deal from the inside. But West Ham do want to give him any contract. That is not scary. That happens all the time. But can the player decide, I want to go to Arsenal, I want to be playing there? If that happens, then there is nothing more. We can eventually sign him. Now, also, Leno is very, very close to a move to Fulham. Arsenal have apparently agreed to reduce on their asking price on Leno. It was £13 million, £10 million guaranteed. Fulham have been very, very not bitter, but very, very disappointed in Arsenal's, Arsenal raising the price very, very high. Leno is also very, very bitter and disappointed. So it looks like Arsenal will be settling for around £8 million guaranteed payments, and also around £3 million in add-on and performance bonuses, which is not actually bad. We signed him for around 10 from Bayer Leverkusen. If we can get around 11, 12 million, that is not actually very, very bad. And also you have to consider Leno has been that loyal, so you would let him go. You would let his deal actually happen. And finally, this could be a huge week for Arsenal in terms of incomings and outgoings. Outgoings will be very, very key in determining who comes in at Arsenal. The midfield is the new central midfielder, but Lucas Torreira, Granit Xhaka, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, some of those have to leave. And it's also going to be very interesting to see whether Reece Nelson and Nicolas Pepe have to leave for Arsenal to introduce a new winger. But at the moment, let's keep our eyes peeled open to see what kind of business we are doing this week. Anything that happens around Arsenal, I will be letting you know.